Welcome to Morning Coffee with Dr. Stephanie. I am Dr. Stephanie D. Barnes, and by day, I am a healthcare innovation attorney, but I am always the liberated lawyer. And I help high achieving women to experience a more joyful, fulfilled, and meaningful life because life is too long to be unfulfilled. And you can visit theliberatedlawyer.com for more thoughts on how to live a more fulfilled, fit, and free life. And I've got a question for you. What's in your cup? As busy CEOs of our lives, we are always filling the cups of others. We fill the cups of our families with love and inspiration and joy. We fill the cups of our teams with inspiration, with encouragement and motivation. But what is left for us? You cannot pour from an empty cup. So, this is a little goodness for you so that you can serve others from the overflow. And today, I want to fill your cup with the value of your voice. Guess what? Your voice has value. Period. I could end the morning coffee right there, but I'll keep going. I was participating in a leadership development exercise a few weeks back, and we were reflecting on our leadership experiences and our careers and our leadership identity and how we could improve and be even better leaders. And I was thinking about the environments I had been in most of my career. And one of the things that I realized is that I had often been in environments where my voice was not valued. And so I had conditioned myself to be quiet and move in silence. I've often been either the smartest person in the room or definitely someone with much to say, but not fully celebrated for the value of my contribution. And so I have developed a style over the years of where I observe and then I add value. And I'm committed that in this phase of my leadership journey to add value, to recognize the value that my voice has, and to add it so that I can continuously grow as a leader, but also so that I can share the value of what I bring to the table. So, there are three reasons that I want you to remember about the value of your voice and remember that why your voice has value. The first thing is you matter. Number one, you matter. Your thoughts matter. Your thoughts come to life when you give voice to them. And while, this is not about just blurting off the first thing that comes to mind or being impulsive about sharing what comes to mind, but when you have a thought, something that adds value to the conversation, to be comfortable and confident in sharing that in the spaces that you are, because your wisdom is worth sharing. We have to learn to speak up. Don't discount your words before you give them life. Contribute to the spaces that you're in and be a part of the dialogue that shapes the world around you. Your thoughts and wisdom have no contribution up here. So the second thing is to remember that your voice is your advocate. If you don't speak up for yourself or the things that you believe in, the values that you believe in, who will? You don't have to be a lawyer to be your own general counsel. You may be in the midst of geniuses, but no one can read your mind. If you don't say what it is that you desire, it's unlikely that someone is going to guess it. Yeah, you may have some people who know you, who are intuitive, and who may think that this is what would be best for you. But when you don't give voice to what you desire, no one really knows. And when people do things that aren't what you desire, your silence is a sign of approval. So while it is important to let someone respond or to respond naturally, it is also important to share how someone else's response or lack thereof impacts you. because you can't force anybody to feel the way you feel or want the things you want, but it is important to have that dialogue so that together you can reach a consensus around, how you would interact together. And sometimes you just have to make the decision that you're not. But it is really unfair to hold someone else in a professional relationship, personal relationship, in a casual encounter, to hold them accountable for an unspoken desire. Say what you need, express what you expect, share the impact of others' actions, words, or behaviors on you. And number three, your voice has a story that someone needs to hear. I have been doing these morning coffees for several years at this point. I've done several of them and I had stopped doing them for a while. And I went to church 2 or 3 Sundays ago, and my Uncle Ashley reflected on one of my morning coffees that had resonated with him and was the basis of a sermon. And in fact, he noted that many of his sermons, he would take little tidbits of things that I had shared. And a lot of times you don't realize the impact that your words have. Your words share a story. It may not be thousands or millions that are impacted by my words, but it only matters when it is that one, because your words were meant for someone to hear. So your words have the ability to inspire, to uplift, and create joy for others. So why not share them? Don't keep them to yourself. Invest the power of you and your positive words and your positive experiences and lessons in those around you. Remember, your voice has value. Don't keep it to yourself. So as you go throughout your day and you are in the spaces that you find yourself, let the spaces be filled with the value of your voice. Let your wisdom be a part of the conversation. I hope that you have enjoyed today's morning coffee. And of course, if you are a woman that is looking to experience a joyful, meaningful, and fulfilled life, I extend an invitation for a complimentary revelation conversation where together we can talk about things you can do right now to have the life you desire and deserve. Because remember, life is too long to be unfulfilled. So until next time, fill your cup with the value of your voice.